Welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. Just a little bit of housekeeping, everyone, before I start. Apologies that my skinny pig is actually a little bit poorly, so you might hear some strange sounds from behind the scenes, but if I was to move him out the room, he'd just be even more uncomfortable and upset everyone. So apologies that there might be some distracting noise with such a powerful and poignant message. I was up super late last night. I was at my great aunt's funeral, and then this being came forward and said that they were ready to talk. I was told that they would have a message to share at some point. I didn't know if this was going to be public, if this was going to be, me conversing with them behind the scenes. They had stepped forward a couple of times prior to now, just with some snippets of things that they wanted to share with me, but I hadn't heard from this being. I knew that they were healing somewhere. I presumed that they were, fighting the good fight, but I wasn't fully aware of just how much they were involved in all of this. It came as such a surprise to me, and I'm just blown away. I feel like I don't know how I'm going to do this channeling justice. I was, such a fan at one time of this being, and just in complete awe of their light. I felt like there was going to be a big shadow cast once they had passed. I knew that they were going to be leaving a massive hole for so many, because they truly were an inspiration and light to so many. There is a lot that has come forward from this channeling as well. I feel like there has been a lot of questions answered for myself, which I will speak about a little bit after. And the GA had a lot to say as well with regarding to this channeling. But they wish to remain anonymous. I feel like by the end of this channeling, it's incredibly obvious who this being is. And I hope that you can all find a place in your heart to forgive them. I know this is something that has been troubling them behind the scenes, is them worrying that, that people will think that they knew what they were doing. And I think this is a very fine line. I feel like it is very much dependent on the being. I don't feel like anyone that has signed a contract fully understands what they are doing. There are layers to all of this, and I feel like it can get very complex and be very misunderstood somewhere. I was definitely under, some preconceived, notions of what I thought was possible this lifetime, and those things have just been completely kicked out of the window. And I've had to find, more light and compassion for those that did step forward, because I feel like they truly do not know what they are doing at the time that they are signing said contracts, everyone. But I'm going to try and get through today's channeling without crying. No promises. You all know me by now, those that are in real time. So last night's message that I will share today is titled Anonymous Caller, and they started with, "Hello everyone. I wish to remain anonymous for this dear one's safety. I know for many what I'm about to share will be no surprise. You've heard this story now 1,000 times, or at least you can now put the name to the situation. My life was not my own. I started from humble beginnings, with the wide eyes and ideas of making it big. I was a humble being. I cared for my family. I loved big, and I felt like my heart was even bigger. I fell in love with the American dream, and if I do say so myself, felt like I had the charisma and charm to win them over. That I did indeed. I want to share that once you reach the top, the only way is down. You cannot win. In this day and age, your life isn't your own. The sweet spots, the moments of peace and joy are fleeting. I guess that this is true for all realms, life, but that of the silver screen, Hollywood, the music industry, it's even shorter. You are a star in so many eyes, yet behind closed doors, it's all a very different and sordid story. There is a price to pay for fame and fortune. And when it's your time, it's your time. There is no going back on agreements. Deals are made, papers signed. You sign with your blood, quite literally. I wish I could reveal my name, for I hope that all will know that in my heart I did not fully understand all I was signing away. I made a deal that seemed sweet at the time. Little did I know that this would catapult me into absolute stardom, yet leave me hanging, waiting for my end. I was told the year, the time, and reason why I must send it all first. I was a sacrifice for another, You do not have to look too deeply to discover whom for. I am one of many that will be to follow. Too many contracts have been signed already, and you are just a sitting duck waiting to be shot. My life wasn't my own. A tight grip of fear held in my chest, and I was an addict, a creature of crippling habits. None of this my own doing. I was told the role I was to play, and somewhere I agreed. The moment you sign on the dotted line, for some companies you are now theirs. You are property of the system, the state of hell, fire, and believe me, all hell will break loose at some time for you. No one is free. There are layers to this game, yet once you sign, you are riding it out, biding your time until your demise. I say this in the here and now so that generations to come will know, and can decide to say no. Fame is not what you think it is. I couldn't smile or look fans in the eyes knowing all that I knew. It was all an act. I was always acting. In my early years, someone very influential introduced me to the right people. I was head over heels and they showed me the way. I was grateful for a time until my life became a living nightmare. The night terrors, the sacrifices made known to me, the beings I saw day in, day out. We all see them. We cannot escape them, but somewhere you wish for all of it to be false, a bad dream. But it is reality somewhere, a reality that no one else can see. It can consume you, it can paralyze you, it will leave you in fear. This is the price we pay to seemingly have it all. If I could do my time again, of course, I would take it back, but I know somewhere my soul and life worth sacrifice, because I gave laughter and comfort to so many. I hope all that view this know that I wasn't the bad one, I wasn't evil. I didn't start out evil, and I sure as hell didn't expect to witness all things I was forced to in my time. But they all know. Everyone you see on your silver screens, in big bright lights, in the spotlight, they know. They know what they've done, and it's too late. Somewhere you feel it. I will say it's not until the end that you truly understand. Luckily for me, for so many moving forward, we can be brought back into the light. A fragment of us at least, somewhere, I'm still lost in pain. But I'm also here, hoping my words will and can make a change. I tried my best to right some of my wrongs before I left. I tried to make those laugh and share my voice, my story once and for all. What I will say is that I didn't do it all. I wasn't the one who did the worst, but I witnessed so much. That's what they do. If you do not partake, you will be a standby. You will watch. You will feed them energetically. Those that we shall not name. They are always watching. Make no mistake. So those that feel that I sense a presence, you are not mistaking. It is all very true and very real. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that I bring this message seemingly full of pain and sorrow. I'm sorry that I couldn't do more whilst I was living. I'm sorry that so many have suffered with my eyes watching. But there is nothing you can do. You become a part of the system, the hive, and you are bound to complete your contract, your deeds, your work, your tasks. Don't get me wrong, I still lived a full life, but it's not what you think. You're numb, the pain is dull, often subtle, but it's there. The lows are low and the highs are high, and that's not a good thing. What I understand now is that balance is key, harmony is key, and a community that loves you is key. I was lucky to have so many that held me in times of need. I don't know how I got this lucky, to be honest. I know many others' stories aren't quite as light-ish as mine, but I'm here. I made it back into the light somewhere, and for as long as I'm here, I will do all that I can to help others to make it back too. I'm told somewhere I'm an angel, and I got to see both sides. I'm grateful. My heart aches for those rising now, so young, so naive, and just looking for the dream. I mean, who wouldn't? You're cute, you live in the sunny state, and America tells you you can have it all. Sky's the limit. You feel untouchable, you feel unfathomable, you feel as powerful as any comic book character. I chose my character and I played him to the bitter, sweet end. I promise you, it was sweet. Somewhere I'm grateful. I was protected to some degree. I was allowed to see. I was allowed to leave a legacy that somewhere is just full of joy and laughter. That's all that I wanted to be, the clown. That's all I thought I was good at. But enough from me. I will spare you the gory details. But just know this is a testimony to those that witness. Live small, dream big, and be free. Fame isn't all you think it is. Stop searching for something that will leave you hollow. Live full and do the right thing. Follow your moral compass. Be messy, be smelly. Be a child for life. Live for the moment, but make it wholesome. On my grave, I wish it said, here lies, ... with a wholesome heart. Man, that would be great. My love to all here. You are the winners, you are the true heroes, and you all deserve your name in lights. You are the stars, in my eyes, Batman. And I don't quite know what to say, everyone, because I feel like there is just so much love from this being coming forward, stepping forward for us. I'm so grateful to have had that short channeled message with them for all of you, to put to bed some, notions that I think we've had questions about. This idea of that beings are here and, they know what they are doing. I feel like I was under some preconceived notions that, these beings are evil somewhere in heart and mind to have said yes to this regime. They don't know what they are doing. To some level, they may feel it somewhere. The GA confirmed that not all beings know. I feel like this being does like to have the dramatic effects, so I think he went all in, with regards to the pain and what he felt in his lifetime. But I think that there is still a light that lives within each soul that can never be put out, and I believe that there will be so many, coming forward that have gone through similar things, that have gone through similar situations that they have said, that are now ready to be set free somewhere, and we are allowed a fractal of that energy to help us understand this regime a little bit deeper, and to help us, perhaps have a little bit more compassion for those that are in the industry. And, when posed like this, when you perhaps feel like you have nowhere else to go, there is a lot that you will say yes to, and they rely on that. There is a lot that you will say yes to when you are introduced to the right people, and you are just wanting to share, your gifts and the things that you feel like you are good at. And I think the most heartbreaking thing for me with regards to this regime is that, they do use people of talent. They use people that have such a bright light to begin with. That's why they target these people, these beings, because they know that they are powerful, and if they can corrupt them, that they can get so much energy from them, siphon through them, and to make them do things that they truly perhaps would have never have done, if they hadn't been signing a contract. But these beings are here, looking for fame, for fortune, for stardom, and to just share, what they feel is inherently their gifts to this world. So I feel incredibly grateful, that I'm this side of a darkness somewhere. And, this is to those that perhaps are trying to manage success. This is definitely something that has been brought to my table time and time again, and it's incredibly obvious that to be successful in this life is to be in balance. It is not what we think it is. Fame isn't what we think it is. And to those perhaps that are watching, that have been wanting to live, this, this fame lifestyle, this, live fast, die young lifestyle, it's not all that you think it is. It's not living the dream. Somewhere you are trapped, somewhere you are, put through a lot of pain and torture behind the scenes to live a life that isn't fully yours. And, this isn't every single person that is famous out there, but once you get into certain rings, you are bound to a system somewhere, and it takes a lot to be set free. It takes a lot of, energy to allow yourself to come back into the light. And the light is always winning, but I think this is a long road that the soul is going to have to go through to pull themselves back. And I hope that they know now, you know, just how much that they have left in this world that is full of joy, that is full of laughter, that will be of light to so many. And yeah, I hope that moving forward we can all just come to understand that whatever you are doing, as long as you are sharing your light, speaking your truth, living for the balance of yourself, for those around you, living for freedom, then there is no harm that can be done. I feel like when we are striving for something, when we have a wound somewhere, this is when this darkness comes in, when this negative reptilian comes in that has leverage. You know, this has been something that I have felt privy to in my life, you know, addiction, substance abuse, you know, things that I will talk about later in some more channelings with regards to this, and, you know, how I've narrowly escaped some spaces. You know, I pledge allegiance to the darkness somewhere at some point in my life through sheer desperation because I was in so much pain. And, you know, this is what some do. I've been in contact with a few beings behind the scenes that have passed in the most recent years. And, you know, understanding their story, where they were, them feeding people's addictions behind the scenes, you know, this all ties into so many levels. And it's interesting to me that this being stepped forward, you know, on the mark of a celebration of life with regards to my own family, because there is something within DNA and the coding of your ancestral lineage that makes you more susceptible to these types of energies trying to come in and, you know, hack the system, hack your light, hack your joy. And this is something that I myself and my fellow Pleiadian light sister Anna Maria will be bringing forward together, different channelings but same understanding. And, you know, I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit more of my story. I'm so incredibly grateful that this being is, you know, now part of our team, part of our tribe, and, you know, they'll perhaps be able to help me with regards to sharing that side of my life too. You know, I've been incredibly hesitant to bring forward everything because, yeah, it's painful for me, you know, having to relive spaces that I wish that I hadn't lived, some spaces that, you know, I wish I hadn't gone through. Of course, it's all been for my highest good, my greatest good. I don't regret much right now in my journey. I'm very sad that I, you know, made some decisions along the way, some catastrophic decisions along the way somewhere, and, you know, perhaps have caused harm to others as well that, you know, I wish I could take back. But I know that for my highest good, I had to go through these things. And, you know, I'm grateful that I get to have more of an expansive understanding of all of this. And, you know, I'm privy to a lot of information behind the scenes, and I just look forward to sharing even more with you what I've been learning. And, you know, my own path, I think that it is going to be a way for so many to start to understand just exactly how all of these energies work and fall into place, and, you know, how they use our own light and our own life and our own pain against us. This is something that has been made incredibly apparent to me in the last few weeks, and just how much these energies will try and sneak in and, you know, try and coerce you and, you know, push you into a space to make you feel like you have nowhere else to turn. And, you know, there is a lot that is promised to these beings of fame, of fortune, and, you know, they do have it, but it's hollow. They can't feel it. They are numb. They are in pain. They are seeing beings, you know, that we can't all see. They are suffering somewhere. And this idea of that, you know, living the multi-life, I've definitely been struggling to keep that balance, you know, to be in the spaces that I know to be true, that not everyone else can see at this time, and then to be living, you know, my more human existence. It's an incredibly difficult path to balance at all times. And, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still expanding as we go. And I know that so many of you are in that space too. We are coming to times that we've never experienced before, but the light is so here, and I just keep reminding myself that it is ready for us to hold it, to embrace it, to embody it, and for us to be witnessed in our own light, our own glory. And, you know, let's be our own stars, let's be our own fame, and let's just share our light with each other, because that's what we're here for. But that's all I will leave you with today, and such a beautiful, and incredibly charismatic, charming, stunning soul is what I want to share. But that's all for me today. Take care.